while we are doing one-to-one tutoring, we wanted to make sure that is the student learning or not. As a parent, are you able to see the outcomes or the results or the tests have been done? From a platform point of view, yeah, is there a value are we giving to you guys? Is the teacher able to, improve the student outcomes? So some of these questions were coming up, and we really worked towards it and implemented this Turito platform. And what we have done is, from a teacher side, to ensure that they have all the tools handy. Let's say a teacher is teaching a student certain subject, algebra, in Australia, maybe like ninth grade. So then after every subtopic, after every test, we enable the teacher to take a test immediately in the class or after the first course is done. So it's so automatic. I mean, it will take few minutes. The teacher doesn't need to create a paper, look at it. He will go and say, hey, ninth grade, Australia country, this is what I need, 20 questions in subtopic in algebra. Immediately the questions will come and the student answers, and the results will be given to both student, teacher, parent. So this is what we would like to show, as part of the platform. Okay. And on the student side, what we have done is we created the platform in such a way that almost an education, whether it is academics, whether it is test prep, like for example, NAPLAN in Australia, or students going from Australia to US for writing SAT, ACT, AP classes, or even, you know, going from Australia to abroad, whether it is UK, Canada, US, the whole application process is so complex. So we have given this very, in a very easy way. And the fourth module is the AI tutor, which is actually student can ask any questions and it will answer, any kind of doubts, different ways of learning. Okay. So let me first show the student side of it. These four modules, if you see AI tutor. So any student, either he can take a picture, upload a file, and then immediately he can learn in a different ways. Paste a link is like if there is a YouTube video and you want to understand in multiple ways, you can do that. Or record, or if you go to a class and you can record, and then you can use this in a multiple ways of learning. I'll demonstrate one of them. And practice for exam, any exam, academic or standardized tests, the student himself or herself can prepare for the exam. For example, if you take an upload, let's say I take physics motion. So let's say this is the file a student gets from a school. Immediately that particular whole of the material is uploaded, and you can learn in a different ways, whether it is you can chat, you can summarize, you can do flashcards, you can do quizzes, you can do podcast. So see, if you see the whole document, it's almost like 20-page document. Sorry, it is like, 3-page document. It's a quick summary. You can create flashcards. So from the document, different ways of learning. You can create quizzes. And also important thing is you can also create the podcast. So the same material can be understood in a podcast. Actually, it is taking time to do the podcast, but I'll show it. Come back and show it again. Chat also, you can ask different questions from this document. Similarly, you can also, let's say, I'll say there's a chemistry IIT advanced question. Or in Australia case, you can say take any tough NAPLAN question and you can actually now ask, solve this question. The student can. So first, what they would do is it won't give the full solution. It will give step by step guidance for the student to solve. But let's say, so this is the way it will give like complete solution, for the student, in kind of any questions the student can ask. Same thing, you can upload any video from YouTube, it will give the full similar way you can learn or record. So practice, let's say student can go and for example, standardized tests. Here they can select NAPLAN. Okay, let's say subject mathematics, topic algebra, type of questions, maybe 10. So let's say medium hard, and you can get a test and prepare for the exam. Just take some time to create the question paper. Yeah. So let's say the test is taken and I'm taking exam. So I'm just answering randomly. So now the test is over. So you will get, the student will get how much, what's the score, how much time taken, what is the accuracy, and also it gives different comparisons, different subtopics where you are made mistakes, and then you can go and see view solutions. So wherever I have made a mistake, I can ask the solution step by step. So the AI gives full solution of the problem. Or let's say I want to, since I made a mistake, if I want more examples also, the AI creates more questions to practice. So that way for a student, almost everything is available as a, and also like what happens is every time student is taking a test, the platform knows what is the student's weaknesses, and AI can also create a test based on your weaknesses, and it also gives guidance on what is your subtopics, you have made mistakes and all that. Based on that, once you study the AI, you can again take a test written by AI. Similar way, like school academics, they can go and select if a eighth grade, and then they can practice different subtopics in the curriculum and prepare. First, the platform will take a diagnostic test, and then It will give recommendations on the weaknesses and provides a clear learning plan to the students. So you can go through the test material, and then you can student can have the assessment created on each of the topic. In that, you have test assessment, you have curriculum, you can take tests, and then reports will also come. This covers the academics for students. Like for example, in the videos, okay, let's say I want to study rational numbers Q&A. It's a video. Hello, students. So same way, once on this video, again, if you look down, if I don't understand from anything from this video, I can ask AI to summarize, I can ask explain in detail, simplify the concept, or even create a practice test from this video. Like that, every single, instant the platform has AI integrated. And similarly, test prep, depending upon, of course, in Australia, it's primarily the NAPLAN, or students who want to go to US, SAT, ACT. So for example, let's say digital SAT, students preparing in Australia. So first, the platform takes a diagnostic test and it gives a complete learning plan. I'll show one of the tests taken for digital SAT. Yeah, so this is a way same way you can take the test. So that way, student also, like in Australia, you can prepare NAPLAN and take the test, the study material, the learning plan, and study abroad. For example, see, for example, um, here in the platform, a student selected that he wanted to go into these universities. And if a student is in sixth grade or seventh grade or eighth grade, they can plan so early that getting into Stanford or Harvard needs that kind of planning. So the platform will give, complete view of what the university, let's say Columbia, what is the fees, what scores you need, ACT, SAT. You can also say, hey, how do I get into this college? So it will give a complete, month by month planning, in terms of from now to the time you go into apply for Columbia, in terms of academics, essays, activities, extracurricular. See, it says, especially in math and science, continue to excel, and then you say, look at opportunity to present your computer science projects at local science fairs or competitions, retake ACT SAT. So like that, it gives a very, very detailed, and this is based on AI LLMs, reading the databases, public databases of various schools over the last 20-25 years. So it gives you an accurate information of how a student can plan to get into these good schools. So that's from the student side. So what we want to say is that if the student and the parent is there to guide, pretty much from academics to test prep, everything is covered in the platform, and we are ensuring that enough guardrails are there that student cannot misuse the platform for other, we only allow them on the education side to ask questions. Now on the teacher side, so if you look at various AI tools we have given to the teacher. For example, teacher can just come and say, "Hey, I want to create a worksheet generator." Okay, I just say Cambridge board grade level seventh subject, mathematics topics. We can say I don't maybe it's a grade ninth. question types, multiple choice, number of questions, 5, 10, difficulty, maybe mixed, some mix, some hard, some medium, and then generate. So for teachers, it's like so easy to prepare tests to, the worksheet is done and they can execute this as a question to the students. Mm. And the similar way, for example, this is in India, I'm just showing a real classroom where this is we're given it for an IIT NEET coaching center. And let's say there are many classes, each class has like 20 to 30 students. So a teacher can go and check literally how each student is performing based on the tests. So for example, this is the students who are in this class, and let's say I wanted to see this individual student, Prithviraj, how is he doing? He got score 17%, physics, chemistry. This is the percentage, this is the class performance. Then the teacher can go and look at, you know, how the student has performed in the test, how much he only got 4 out of 15, he took 39, minutes, 16 seconds to answer. All of these details a teacher can immediately see on each individual student. So on one-to-one platform also, what we have done is, after every teacher teaches subtopic or the complete topic, we have mandated teacher to take tests, and so that we are ensured that student learning outcomes are seen both for parent, student, and us as a platform. So, and by giving these tools for teachers, it's been extremely easy, and I would recommend all the parents request to look at the parent app. I think we are also giving you the results of after every test. If there is a concern that student is not performing well, you should definitely contact the teacher. As we are also looking now the teacher metrics continuously to see students' learning outcomes are coming. So that way, let's say, even for conducting the tests for teachers here, even most complicated, uh, toughest exams like IIT Advance, we made so simple that they can conduct a test of any standards, including NAPLAN, in less than 5 minutes. So, for example, I can say test name math. I can create the date, 10th November, start time, 6:30, and the time, 7:30. And then, okay, I can say mathematics. I can say test online. And then one test. Yeah. So this is the way we can, the teachers are given the platform, the tools, various tools to make their life easy. And that way student learning outcomes are, so we have seen in this center, the productivity of each teacher has gone up by almost 2 hours a day. So the 2 hours which was saved from administrative work is now being used to improve the student learning outcomes. So that's the way we have defined the platform, and I can assure you that we are at least 1 year ahead of the game in terms of building this platform globally, integrating multiple LLMs. We are using Gemini from Google. We are using ChatGPT. We are using oh, Anthropic, we're using DeepSeek, so we're training the models also. So that way, we're ensuring that student and teacher gets the best of the best in terms of accuracy. We are almost at most complicated questions in 12th standard. We are able to achieve 95% accuracy, but rest of the classes almost it's coming out almost accurate. So that's where I wanted to give an update on the platform, and I would strongly recommend that students, as a parent, can use this and improve the student learning outcomes. Just want to assure you, as a CEO from Turito, that we are doing everything possible to ensure in this AI world that the product there is a significant contribution to teacher community and students, and of course at the same time we are ensuring that there is a safe norms, there is guardrails, so the students also use this for effectively for their learning outcomes and not misuse it. But overall, I can say that as it be coming from a technology background, this is going to be very disruptive, and it will give definitely a level playing field for every student to learn. And even for teachers, it's a massive productivity tools to help students, achieve their goals. And we are definitely leading in this space. Of course, you can go and get these answers directly from ChatGPT, but they are not a product or a platform. Let's say your son or daughter in 9 months, also the platform keeps the data, what are the his or her weaknesses, continuously provides the learning plan over the time, and improve the learning outcomes. So that way, for sure, we are a step ahead in the globally also, not just from um, Australian market, or but overall as a platform integrating academics, test prep, giving AI tutor, integrating podcast. Like if some students, it's a very tough subject. You want to learn on a podcast where they can do that. So all of this, we're taking the lead. So um, and we'll continue to do that, and I'll assure that we'll lead the space. And thank you very much for your time and for giving for being our customers. And we'll continue. Any feedback, please provide us for us to improve as well. Okay, thank you.